So let me get this right. First the fat boys break up. Now I can't even trust my data with any of the credit bureaus? What's the world coming to? What's up guys, Rob Wilson here, and by now I'm sure you've heard about the massive data breach at Equifax, one of the largest credit reporting bureaus in the country that affected a whopping 150 million people. And this is pretty bad news because people can do some fairly evil things if they have access to your personal information like your social security number, your date of birth, and your address. And what's worse is that they didn't even tell anybody about the breach for 6 full weeks, which means someone could have been out there using your information for more than a month and you wouldn't even have known that you had been compromised, even though some of the Equifax executives were allowed to sell stock after the breach happened. You stay classy, Equifax. So today I stopped by Fox 29 in Philly to give 5 tips that I think everyone should do to protect their credit, whether or not you've been compromised by this particular hack or not. And I thought that you could use some of those tips as well, so check it out.
I call it Equifax.
I've also heard Equifax.
Equifax, let's go with that.
Either way, we can't deny the facts that this is a big issue that's been happening to half of all Americans. This is affecting.
Half of us have our information breached. So
we told you about the fact that the information was breached a couple of days ago, but now people are still trying to figure out what to do now because our information was compromised and what's the best form of action, because this is supposed to be a company that's supposed to protect you from that. So now the company faces at least 23 proposed class action lawsuits. So how do we go forward? Can we be a part of them? How do we make this happen?
Financial advisor Rob Wilson will know the answers to this. Hi, Rob.
How are you doing?
At least we hope you have the answers here. More on the lawsuits in just a second. So you looked it up over the last couple of days. Oh my God, my information has been taken from me. What do I do?
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. At this point, whether you got on the website and checked or not, I think we should just operate from the assumption that our information is out there.
I
okay?
agree.
Mm-hmm. Target, Home Depot, all of these places got hacked. Just figure that your information is out there. And so there are a bunch of things that I feel like you should do. First thing, go and put a freeze on your credit. A lot of people don't even know that you could do this, but you can go put a freeze on your credit, which means that if any creditors try to have access to your credit report, they can't do it without your approval. You'll have to go put a PIN number in order for them to get access to it.
How do I put a freeze? What I do is I call my Merrill Lynch account.
Well, in this case, you would have to call all of the 3 credit bureaus and ask them to freeze your credit. Now, straight from the department of, can you really believe this? You're going to actually have to pay in order to put a freeze on your account.
How much?
It's going to be $5 or $10, so it's not going to set you back too much. No, just one time, $5 or $10. They'll put a freeze on it. You can put a fraud alert on your credit, which is free, but it's not as secure as putting a freeze. So I would suggest that you just go put a freeze on it. It's going to cause a little bit more headache when you go to apply for a new cell phone or something like that. You want to get that new iPhone. Yeah. You want to run your credit. A little more headaches, but it's better off in the long run.
Hey, Megan, put that graphic back up. So what is, use a free
credit monitoring, or
what is a credit card monitoring service?
Okay, so here's the deal. Equifax is offering a year of free credit monitoring and ID protection service. So anytime you get hacked, go ahead and sign up for the free year, but you're only going to get that for a year. You do have access to ongoing free credit monitoring. A good site is creditkarma.com. You can get your credit report there anytime, your score. It does not affect your credit, and they will send you alerts if there's any suspicious
activity. Is it really free?
It's totally free. The way they get paid is that they suggest credit cards to you. So if you sign up for one, they get a kickback from
I see the commercials all the time. Freecreditreport.com.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, so actually, here's the other thing. You want to go straight to the horse's mouth. You're entitled to 1 free credit report every 12 months from each of the 3 credit bureaus, right? Yep. So I suggest you get 1 every 4 months. Free, totally free, directly from them, but you have to go to annualcreditreport.com. A lot of people think it's freecreditreport.com with those commercials. Annualcreditreport.com. Every 4 months, go get a free credit report.
That's a
directly from the
horse's mouth. Tip.
Because you think it's the free one.
Yeah. It's not free. You have to sign up for the service on that website.
Okay.
But annualcreditreport.com, you can get all of them free.
Can we talk about the lawsuit? Because with all these ones that are going on, how can we make sure people are saying, I want to be a part of it, I want to make sure?
Well, because when people signed up, when this first happened, you didn't know you were signing and agreeing to the fact that you wouldn't sue them. now they've backed off.
You have to read the fine print when you're signing up for these things. So there was a lot of outcry from the government, from the media. This is great. So they were trying to have you give up your ability to get into a class action lawsuit. That is no longer the case. So go ahead and sign up for the monitoring. You can still get into the class action lawsuit if one develops from there.
But you're saying it when you say if, because you said there's not a lot of laws that kind of regulate these companies.
We're not sure where this is going to go. They're very lightly regulated. Maybe that will change now that this is such a big data breach. But up to this point, there haven't been a lot of regulations. So nobody wants regulations until they feel like their information is out there in the ether.
I did what you said. Just believe that you've been compromised. And I froze everything.
It's just safer that way.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Two more quick things. I think you need to be checking your bank accounts all the time because the credit monitoring is great, but you need to be looking at those statements. Mint.com, you can link up all of your financial accounts in one. Mint, M-I-N-T, Mint.com. You can link up all of your financial accounts in one place, and they will also send you alerts if there's any suspicious activity.
Oh, that sounds great.
So that's also great. And the last thing, you have to check your snail mail. I know lots of people don't like to check the mail. It's piling up like this. You have to be on the lookout for any statements from your bank account, your credit card, the IRS, and Social Security, because a lot of people may use this your numbers to go get a job, try to get a tax return refund from you. So please open that snail mail. Make sure nothing fishy is going on.
Do I look like a guy that would just throw mail in the trash without opening it?
Yes.
Not at all. Not at all.
Rob, I love you. Thank you.
Love you too.
Thank you, Rob.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate it.